Hi everybody, it's Dan and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are finally going to be making a Sailor Moon cake. It's going to be 4 layers of 6-inch round white cake filled with vanilla buttercream, and we're going to be using even more vanilla buttercream to cover the cake. Then I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and we're going to try some simple fondant decorations to dress up our cake, along with some simple buttercream decorations and bringing in some donuts for even more cake decorating. All in all, definitely a cake Sailor Moon could be proud of. I'll be sure to throw a link to the recipe down below in the description, and stay tuned at the end of the video for more information about the KitchenAid stand mixer giveaway. And if you're new in my kitchen, don't forget to click subscribe and ring the bell to turn on notifications every time I post a new video. Now in the name of the moon, let's go ahead, preheat our oven to 325 degrees and get started on our super delicious, oh so cute Sailor Moon cake. So to start, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab a large mixing bowl and we're gonna begin our delicious white cake batter. It's gonna be super simple, it's gonna be super easy, and it's gonna be so good. So go ahead and begin to add in your flour, your baking powder, and your salt. Then we're going to go ahead and give those a quick little whisk. Once you have those dry ingredients nice and whisked together, go ahead, scoot that bowl to the side, grab another medium-sized mixing bowl, and add in your butter and your sugar. Now let's go in with our hand mixer on a nice medium-high speed and begin to beat our butter and our sugar together until they're both light and fluffy for about 2.5 minutes. Once your butter and sugar are combined and have reached full maximum fluffiness, go ahead and follow that up by adding in your oil. And then incorporate that into your mixture with your hand mixer on a medium speed for a good another minute. Once mixed in, go ahead and add in all your egg whites. And staying on that same medium speed, go ahead and fully incorporate your egg whites into your oil, butter, and sugar mixture. And to top it off, let's add in our vanilla extract. Go back in with our hand mixer and blend that in on a nice low speed for a couple of seconds. Once your wet ingredients are fully incorporated, we are going to go ahead and begin to add in our flour mixture. We're going to alternate our flour mixture with some milk, so let's start by adding in 1/3 of our flour mixture. Follow that with half of our milk. And then start blending this together on a low speed with our hand mixer. Now let's top in another 1/3 of our flour mixture and the rest of our milk. And then back in with our hand mixer and continue on that same low speed, gradually blending your cake batter together while you go ahead and add in the last of your dry mixture. After you add in the last of your flour mixture, continue to blend your cake batter together for a good minute on that same low speed until we have a nice, smooth, white cake batter. And just like that, in a couple of quick, easy steps, we have perfect, melt in your mouth, oh so good, white cake batter. All we have to do is pour this into our prepared pans. And don't worry about using all the cake batter in your pans, since we are going to be using what's left for our 2 white cake donuts. If you run out though, you can always go ahead and follow this same white cake recipe for white cake baked donuts. They're just as delicious and make a great snack and go oh so good with coffee. Alrighty, with our cake batter in our pans and our leftover cake batter in our donut pans, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop all this in the oven, and we're gonna let our cake bake for a good 30 to 35 minutes, or until your cake tester comes out clean. As for the donuts, all you need to do is just bake them for a quick 10 minutes. Be sure to keep an eye on them though, because they do bake fast, and they shouldn't need more than 10, 12 minutes at the most, or else they will start to burn. So 10 minutes, check, maybe another minute, but you'll be good to go after that. So our cakes, our donuts, they've baked, they've cooled, the kitchen smells oh so delicious. But now it's time to put these all together and get started on our Sailor Moon cake. Then we're gonna take our first layer of our white cake and place that on our turntable and pipe a generous amount of vanilla buttercream on top. And spread evenly with our straight or offset spatula. Then we'll go ahead and add another layer of cake, more buttercream, another layer of cake, more buttercream, and our last layer of cake. Next, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover our cake with even more vanilla buttercream. I find the best way to do this is to start at the bottom, and while rotating my cake turntable, I like to pipe my vanilla buttercream. I like to pipe my buttercream in an upward motion. Then using a cake frosting scraper, a straight spatula, or an offset spatula, we want to go ahead and smooth over our vanilla buttercream. And for another tip, I find the best way is to hold your smoothing tool upright and gently pressed against your cake while rotating your cake turntable. Really letting your turntable do all the work here. And you'll just want to continue this rotating motion until you have a nice smooth coating. Now when you're doing the final smoothing and you notice your buttercream maybe starts to look a little bit ragged, there is a quick and easy fix. All you have to do is get a bowl of hot water and dip your tools into the bowl to warm them up, pat them dry, and continue to smooth with using that rotating motion. And once you have a nice smooth coating with your buttercream, we'll go ahead and begin to smooth the top of our cake. After you have a nice smooth finish on your cake, go ahead, pop in the fridge and let it chill and set for a good 5 minutes while we begin to work on our white cake donuts. So we're gonna take 2 donuts for the top of our cake, and finally we're just gonna go ahead and gently push in a straw into each donut. Now we're using straws for a little bit of support, so when we put our donuts on top of our cake, they're gonna stand straight up. You can think of them of like delicious donut lollipops. And we're gonna go ahead and start piping on yellow buttercream onto each donut. And then top that off with some red buttercream. Once your donuts are decorated and strawed, that's a word. Go ahead, scoot them to the side, grab your cake from the fridge, and let's begin to start on our fondant decorations. So first up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our blue fondant, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut out 2 strips. They're gonna be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, and 10 inches long. Once your fondant is rolled out and you cut out your strips, gently pick up your blue fondant and carefully wrap the bottom of your cake, cutting off any excess with an X-Acto knife or just a regular knife. Now let's go back to our blue fondant. We're gonna take our second strip and we're gonna add on 2 white stripes to our blue fondant strip. And to help our white fondant stick to our blue fondant, again, let's lightly brush with the tiniest amount of water. Not too much, this way our water doesn't drip all around our cake. Let's go ahead and we're gonna use a little bit of red fondant and we're gonna go roll it out and cut out a good inch tall red fondant strip. And this is gonna be our Sailor Moon necklace. Now for Sailor Moon's bow, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut out 4 fondant triangles about the same size, but if 2 or 1 of them are a little bit bigger, don't worry, you can always trim and make them all uniform, same shape, same size. And if you're worried about working with fondant or a little, trepidatious, don't worry, I'm gonna have a lot of tips and tricks for fondant working in the recipe, so be sure to check that out. Once you have your red fondant rolled out, cut out for your bow, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna begin to piece this together on our cake. Now for our last fondant step, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be working with yellow fondant, and we only need to work with a tiny little bit here because we're gonna be making Sailor Moon's locket and her little crescent charm on her necklace. After you add on your last fondant decorations, go ahead, we're gonna grab some more yellow colored vanilla buttercream, and we're gonna take a 1M Wilton tip and we're gonna pipe on yellow rosettes around the top of our cake. After you finish piping on your yellow rosettes, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take our donut lollipops, I'm gonna make them a thing, and we're gonna top our cake with Sailor Moon's iconic look. Once you top your cake with your donuts, you are all done with your Sailor Moon themed cake. One that I think Usagi would definitely be proud of. Not only is it cute and adorable and topped with delicious donuts, but it's also my moist, fluffy, oh so good melt in your mouth white cake recipe. Trust me, you all are gonna love this cake. And for any Moony fan in your life, they're gonna love this cake even more because hello, it's Sailor Moon. Ah, it's so good, it's so cute. I can't wait to have a slice. Well, thank you all for stopping by. I had so much fun finally being able to make a Sailor Moon themed cake. If you are a fan of Sailor Moon, if you grew up with the show, or you're just recently discovering it, or if you haven't watched it yet, but you think you might, because trust me, it's so good, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Helps me out, lets me know what baking up recipes you all like, you enjoy, and you want to see more of. And if you want even more delicious recipes, whether they're nerdy, they're geeky, simple, practical, easy to make on the weekend, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to turn on notifications every time I post a new video. After all, you don't want to miss any more Sailor Moon cakes I might have coming up here in the kitchen. Plus, I still have 20 KitchenAid sandwiches to give away. So if you haven't already, be sure to enter down below. Once you enter the giveaway, you'll have 20 chances to win and lots of ways to enter. Lastly, don't forget, if you make your own Sailor Moon cake or your own Sailor Moon themed dessert, definitely give a tag on Instagram. Let me see what you're baking up in your kitchen. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna grab some cake, I'm gonna grab some coffee, enjoy the day, enjoy the weather. I hope you all get a chance to do the same. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video very, very soon. Bye.